You've seen the disaster movies, right? But what if it actually happened? What if our celestial next-door neighbor, the moon, decided to, drop in for a visit? This is a story that starts with something beautiful and ends somewhere you would never, ever expect. So just picture it. You look up and the moon is dominating the night sky. It's getting bigger, more detailed every single night. You can see the craters, the seas, all with your naked eye. It would be, without a doubt, the most incredible sight in all of human history. Absolutely breathtaking. But that beautiful sight, that feeling of awe, it would start to get replaced by this deep, nagging sense of unease. Because the first sign that this isn't just some harmless light show would come from our oceans. The entire rhythm of the planet would start to feel, well, wrong.
And the scale of this it's just staggering. As the moon gets closer, its gravity doesn't just get a little stronger, it grows exponentially. So we're not talking about your average high tide. We're talking about global mega-tsunamis, walls of water, kilometers high, sweeping across entire continents. Twice a day. Every coastal city on the planet, gone. Just scrubbed clean off the map.
So, you're probably thinking, okay, I see where this is going. Big rock, big crash, game over, right? But here's the thing. That's not what the physics says is going to happen. The real ending to this story is so much stranger. The fate of our world and the moon is sealed at this exact distance, 18,470 kilometers. Now, this isn't a wall or some kind of barrier you can see. It's a completely invisible line in space, and it's a point of no return.
That line has a name, the Roche Limit. And here's the deal with it. See, every object in space, like the moon, is held together by its own gravity. The Roche Limit is the precise point where Earth's gravity pulling on the moon becomes stronger than the moon's gravity holding itself together. It's a cosmic tug-of-war, and the moon is about to lose. Big time.
And this is the twist. This is where it gets really wild. Forget this simple idea of an impact. The reality is way more violent. The Earth itself becomes the weapon. It doesn't get hit by the moon. It actively, violently shreds it to pieces from thousands of kilometers away. So as the moon drifts across that invisible line, the side closer to Earth gets pulled way harder than the far side. It literally starts to stretch like taffy. You'd see these massive cracks, spiderweb across the entire surface, and then it's just torn apart. Not in a single explosion, but shredded into trillions of pieces that spread out into orbit. And for a moment, just for a moment, it would be beautiful again. A stunning, shimmering ring of debris made from what used to be our moon arching across the sky. A spectacular memorial. But don't get used to the view.
Because you gotta ask the question, right? That gorgeous new ring, it's not exactly stable. It's a cloud of trillions of moon rocks, and gravity is very, very patient. What gets shredded up must eventually come down.
This is it. This is the end game. And it's not a big, sudden impact. It's a horrifying, non-stop sizzle. The awe, the terror, everything that's happened so far, it's nothing compared to this.
Those billions of rocks start falling out of orbit. They streak through the atmosphere, not like a pretty once-in-a-while meteor shower, but like a constant planetary firestorm. The sky is literally a ceiling of fire. The sheer energy superheats the atmosphere to hundreds of degrees, basically turning the planet into an oven. And everything on the surface, I mean everything, is incinerated.
So, yeah, all things considered, probably not a great time for the real estate market. The curb appeal of a planet being actively sterilized by its own moon tends to be a bit of a negative for buyers.
Which of course leads to the one question that any of us would ask in the face of complete and total annihilation. Is there any legal recourse here? Who do we blame for this? Who can we sue?
Well, if you dig into the legal fine print, the 1972 Convention on International Liability for Damage Caused by Space Objects is actually pretty clear. You can sue the country that launched a space object. But since, nobody technically launched the moon at us, you're kinda out of luck. There's no one to hold responsible.
And that really brings us to the final and most crucial point in all of this. Even if you found some brilliant legal loophole, your lawyer is currently on fire, along with, well, everything and everyone else. And that, as you can imagine, really complicates the legal process. A sobering and slightly warm thought to end on.